This week we're going to learn how to use MetPy's remote data access to get at GOES archive data and the simplified plotting interface or declarative interface to make a plot like this from that data. Welcome to another MetPy Monday. Hello, I'm John, a software engineer for NSF Unidata. This week I'm going to show you one more addition to MetPy's remote module, which is the GOES archive. So we're going to get some GOES East, our GOES 19 data from a recent storm over Kansas, look at the advanced baseline imager, cloud moisture imagery product from that, and we'll look at one band and create a plot using our simplified plotting interface. In this case, I'm actually going to download the product to our computer locally instead of using the remote access. We're going to save the file. If you've watched our radar series there, we were working with that product as we opened it in RAM. But here we're going to go ahead and save that file as netcdf and then work with it using Xarray. Okay, so first we've got to do some imports. I'm going to import Xarray as XR. From datetime, I'm going to import the datetime object, and I'm going to import time zone as well. This makes it handy if you want to specify times in local time and have the computer convert them, or if you want to take a UTC product time and convert it to your local time. From pathlib, I'm going to import path. From metpy.remote, we're going to import the GOES archive. From metpy.plots, we're going to import ImagePlot, MapPanel, and PanelContainer. And that should be all we need to do this job. First, we're going to have our target time that we would like an image from. And in this case, I'm going to pick a recent storm, 2026, and it's going to be April 11th, and I'm going to try to get an image from around 2230 UTC. So for time zone info, I'm going to go ahead and specify that that time zone is indeed UTC. You could give a local time here and specify the time zone if you wanted to do it that way. Our archive, I'm going to get a handle to that from GOES archive. If we look at the function signature using Shift-Tab, we need to specify a satellite. I want GOES East, so I'm going to use 19 here for GOES 19. Okay, and the product that we're going to get, archive.getProduct. This is the advanced baseline imager, L2, cloud moisture imagery, PC product. I want to give it my target time and target band. I want band 2 in this case. And let's see what we get back. If I print prod, okay, we've got something there. Let's look at the product name. Okay, there's our file name. Great, so we did find something that covers our time that we're looking for. So now we need to go ahead and download that. In this case, I've decided I'm going to download it locally, and then we'll make our plot. So our download directory, I'm going to use path. This is going to be relative to where I am now. I'm just going to create a GOES data path here and make that directory if it doesn't already exist. And if it does exist, then that's just fine. Now I'm going to call prod.download to download that download directory rather, and it's going to put that netcdf file there. The local file name is going to be our download directory followed by prod.name. So let's let that run and get our dataset downloaded. Okay, our dataset is downloaded. So using Xarray's open dataset, we're going to call that on our local file. And oh, did we not? It's a typo there. XR, not CR. All right, and if we look at data vars on that, we see there's our cloud moisture imagery, we've got image bound, projection. There's a lot of information in here. So now we should be all set to try to make a plot. Now normally we would do this with Matplotlib, but I wanted to try to do it with the simplified declarative plotting interface in MetPy. This is a really useful feature if you're not incredibly fluent in Matplotlib yet, and even if you are fluent in Matplotlib, sometimes this is just a lot simpler way to make the plot. And I think this particular instance is one of those because it's got all of this information already stored in the X-array data information that the declarative plotting interface just kind of knows what to do with it here. We don't have to worry about putting projection information in. We don't have to worry about specifying that our bounds are in latitude and longitude, and that's different than the projection information. We can just let the interface take care of all of that. So remember, we're going to build first the plots that go on to a panel, and then the panels go into a panel container. So that's the order that I'm going to do it in this case. I'm going to say my first plot is going to be an image plot. So you could plot other data on this image if you wanted to. We'd have examples of plotting surface data with satellite, for example. The data is going to be our X-array dataset DS. The field that we're looking at is going to be our CMI. So if we go up here, it is one of our data variables, CMI, cloud moisture imagery. I'm going to specify the color map that I want. In this case, I'm going to use grays and needs to be reversed for the clouds to be white instead of dark. Now I need to put that on a panel. That plot needs to go on a panel. So for that, we're going to use a map panel, since this is a map, not a 2D plot. And we need to then tell that panel what plots are going to be on it. Panel.plots, it's a list, but in this case we only have one plot. We called it IMG. Panel.area, I'm going to focus over where this storm was in Kansas. So this is kind of a south central Kansas area here. What layers do we want on here? Well, I'm going to put borders and states. We're not really close enough to see any borders, but if we expanded our map area, that might be nice. We'll go ahead and put coastline on just for good measure as well, though we're not going to see it, but this makes this a little bit more generic of a plot if we wanted to expand that panel area out, for example. And I'm going to give it a title. In this case, it's going to be something like April 11, Kansas supercell. Finally, we've put the plot on the panel. Now we need to put the panel in the panel container, which you can think of sort of like a figure. And we are just going to have one panel in our list of panels. The size, this is basically the figure size. I'm going to make it 10 by 8. And then we're going to call show. And let's see, we've got an attribute error here. So we didn't like panel.plot equals image. And that's because there should be an S there. Plots, it can be plurals, it's a list of things. It just has a small typo. And now it is plotting that data. And now, just like magic, we didn't have to say anything about coordinate systems or projections thanks to X-array and the declarative plotting interface. We get this really cool view of storms firing across. Here's the Oklahoma Panhandle, so Kansas, so it's sort of that south central Kansas, even up into north central Kansas area. I hope that you found this useful, and I'll see you on next week's MetPy Monday.